Good morning and welcome everyone to the Earth Angel channel. Today our topic is ghosting. So we are going to discuss what is ghosting, why it causes a wound, and what is the remedy. How could we heal if we are hurt by ghosting from somebody? We can heal, or we could actually not at all get hurt or wounded. So these two prospects are there when we get ghosted. For that matter, we will first discuss what it is actually. Ghosting is actually a very colloquial term. It's a slang word for people who avoid us. Okay, the attitude of avoiding, being elusive, is called ghosting basically. Now it is necessary to discuss this word here because it causes wounds and hurts to people when they are very sentimental or very sentimentally very close, sentimentally attached to different types of connections like friends, relatives and family members and whatever connections we have. Okay, now basically ghosting is the art of elusive behavior, as I told you, and indifferent attitude of people towards others. And we take someone as a friend, for example, or colleague, and after a span of time that figure goes vanishing into the thin air. Now this attitude itself is now in a regular form. In a technical manner, it is known as ghosting, because this often happens through websites and through different social medias, online medias, which is why this name has cropped up. Now this brings about deep wounds such as a loss of faith, trust issues or fear issues to the person who receives this kind of conduct from others, due to this kind of hurts and insults caused by the person whom some of us would take to a greater trust, would put up on a pedestal of greater faith. Such people, when they avoid us, it really causes a deep wound. Okay, now we will discuss how to get overcome. If you are hurt, you're going to overcome this, or if you start practicing overcoming this thing, gradually you will be absolutely inert and protective about within a protective shield or guard about this particular attitude. Now contact in such cases, what happens is contact is minimized all of a sudden, and silence is meted out in place of closure or reinitiation. If you try to reinitiate a contact, they will not respond, they will not look at you, they will not speak to you. So a sudden kind of avoiding attitude begins, and this brings about a very it reflects a great hurt towards the person who receives such behavior. And in such a case, what happens is self-esteem is often lowered. So we will very quickly, in a very short time, we will understand how to avoid feeling hurt against this kind of an unacceptable behavior. Now there could be soft ghosting also. Soft ghosting is what it means: progressively gradually, eventually minimizing contact, a very soft manner of avoiding people. That is also soft ghosting. That is also ghosting, of course. So if you have made repeated efforts to contact anyone who is very reluctant and unresponsive about responding to you, very inert about talking to you, replying back to you, whatever it is, yes or no, they want the commitments or not, they want you to be in contact with them or not. It could be directly mentioned instead of hanging around hanging the people out, suspending the people's faith in this manner. And they actually don't vouch for such kind of direct behavior. These people are elusive, they are sneaky, they are very sly type of attitude they have. I am not rebuking their personality, but at the moment such attitude could be defined with these adverse adjectives, descriptive words. Okay, so when this happens, you see, there's a substantial warning situation, you can say. Okay, and people who are ignoring you, they will have subsequent attempts to explanations or communications. even after several amounts of communications, they will avoid explanation, they will ignore the situation. Such things will happen. Now the healing part, let us come to the healing part. That was the problem part. Now we will discuss the healing part. The healing means to you are already hurt and you have to overcome that. That is healing. And another thing is that being inert, it should not unaffected. That is, there are two stages of receiving hurts. Okay, so if you want to be the strongest one, like the black belt, you stay unaffected. It doesn't hurt you at all, it doesn't touch you at all, you stay above these hurts, okay, these sentiments. And in case you are in a sentiment and you are hurt by your near and dear ones, in that case you would need to heal or come back to your original stage. Now healing would require in such circumstances certain self-care. So please remember, any kind of hurt or wound of the mind or thoughts in your life would actually require healing, in the sense that it would require self-care. So healing is basically another synonym. It is a synonym of self-care, self-love, self-development. So when the self is developed, self is at a higher status, when the self is in a very stable condition, then we understand that we are unaffected, we are healed, we are stable, we are unhurt, we are undisturbed, unperturbed. So all these you see antonyms of the adverse words would start applying on us. So adverse words, antonyms, means opposite of the adversities, that is in a good position. We would obviously try, we will not try, but we will definitely be into a very stable and very inert and unaffected position of mind and thoughts. That is the basic phenomena of healing. Okay, now we have to see that in our own personality we must stop thinking about, first of all, we should not allow the thoughts of hurt to enter. Thoughts, we should not allow anybody to cross their limits into our thoughts. That is very important. For example, do you allow the entire crowd of the road into your house? You do not. So any thronging thoughts which are basically very wild, we can say, it grows like wild weeds, and it tries to disturb you, it spoils your peace, your placidity should be guarded actually from entering into your thoughts. Okay, personality. And in turn you must also work to develop your self-respect. So self-respect, once you're hurt, once you're wounded, you have reduced, degraded or relegated from your own self-esteem, from your own self-respect. So in order to get back to the position of unhurt position of yourself, you have to increase your self-respect. And the self-respect calls for development, self-development, self-value must be increased, it must be elevated. That should be the motive. Okay, so working on self is the only path that we can take to avoid all hurts. That is first of all. And once we are deep into our thought process of self introspection, so working with self means you have to self introspect, you have to turn your visions within yourself, you have to totally view not outside, not externally, but internally yourself. So you become the most important subject of your own life, that is yourself, self guidance, your self developments, your self phenomena, and who you are actually becomes the main topic of your existence. So existentialism gains a new level, you can say, a new aura starts developing within you when you start working deeply with yourself. Now this it leads to self realization also, and you will understand that if it is the fault of others insecure thoughts, and it is none of your involvement. Actually you did not involve to ghost anyone. Somebody who was already doing it, or who is involved in doing such actions or taking such actions against people, they have some kind of crisis in their lives, or some insecurities in their thoughts and behaviors. So obviously if the people are sick, they will take to repercussions of that sickness. So treat them as with pity. They should be sympathized. You see, compassion is something that we should think for them, and not hurt by them, right? Please try to understand the position of these kind of thought processes. Okay, don't take as individual interacting with individuals. Take involvement of thought versus thoughts. Okay, so these kind of energies and thoughts should be avoided. Such crisis has got nothing to do with you. Once you've realized, self-realization takes place. The next stage of thinking could be the fact that understand that you have not done or not committed this behavior. So when you have not committed this behavior, you should release yourself from all hurt. A person who feels hurt should be the person who has committed a wrong. A person who has not committed the wrong is absolutely not uninvolved in such kind of wrong actions, should not feel bad about it. He or she should be able to sleep in peace that I have not committed any kind of mistake against anybody's faith or anybody's belief system. Now this faith about yourself is going to be your protective shield. So in every moment of life, field of life, you must live a life to the core, with authenticity, so that you don't commit that mistake towards any other soul. That should be your aim. This is the protective shield in which you should live. So let others hurt, it is their business. If they hurt you, they go and get it back somewhere else. You can be protective over the fact that these are the people who are not of your level, and you cannot you are not here to teach everyone else. You are here to teach yourself what is good about your path. Okay, conventions. This realization itself is called healing. Once you have realized and stepped up into this level, it is a healing stage. And once you are constant in this thought, you never step down from this thought, you are stabilized in this thought, you are already healed, and you are very strong and better. You should avoid such situations also. Now, with my prayers and my best wishes, I would end over here. Bye.